Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. This is session 17 of our Pound of Flesh campaign. Starting off with a new player this evening. Jesse is going to be playing the character Janus Etheridge. He is a pilot who finds himself currently stuck on Prospero's Dream. And the reason you're stuck on Prospero's Dream is because there's a massive Teamster strike happening on the station now. It's just kicked off since you arrived here when your ship was docked here. Since the strike has started, crime is extremely high now on the station. There's Tempest Company mercenaries walking patrols everywhere. They're heavily overworked. There's quite a few scabs, of course, who are doing some of the work that the Teamsters are refusing to do. But then, of course, that results in a lot of conflicts between the strike breakers and the actual, the striking Teamsters. So then the Tempest Company was called in to arrest the leader of the Teamsters Union, a gentleman by the name of Reedmar, who fled and went into hiding and is currently wanted. He's ditched his O2 cred stick, so they can't track it. They don't know where he is right now. Also, there's been unrest in the choke as well. You'd see all this on these various vid screens and augmented reality images, projections that you see as you're walking around. The Hunglungs, a rebel organization in the choke, is demanding that the Golya Nova Ilbratva forgive all O2 debt, or else they are going to start bombing in the next 24 hours. Of course, this message was released like this morning. But yeah. And that's where we find ourselves. And you are currently walking kind of in the station. You're walking by a extra roll D10 for me as well.
9.
Number 9. Roll again. I should have had you roll a D8, but I
6.
a 6. Okay, so you're all the way on the opposite end of the station. You've been wandering. You're over by where the Canyon Heavy Market is. Out there past the chop shop and everything. And you're walking by a Tempest Company outpost at the moment. You can see it's like a mobile mercenary outpost. There are currently 5 there are 5 recruits here being trained by a squad leader and a probie at this outpost. They're going through some kind of breach training or something. And you're walking by this when you get a ping on your whatever your mobile communication device would be called, your personal data pad, your personal pad. We'll just call it a pad. That a new notification has just gone up for a ship looking for a pilot. Now, this is spectacular news because currently, with the lockdown in place and everything, ships are not allowed to leave the station. Nobody's hiring. In fact, most people are letting their crew go, and which is exactly how you find yourself where you are now. So yeah, you get this ping. There's a ship called the Zero Credibility. It's a blockade runner class, and it's looking for an experienced pilot. No, what would the message say exactly, John? I remember you had some kind of contingency in there about not wanting any greenbacks, or not greenbacks, what do you call it? Any green pilots or whatever you want.
They had to
People are
have
approving.
some measure of provable experience,
Right.
especially in context of different styles of transport,
Mm-hmm.
in asteroids or dealing with ships and ship to ship or planet side and all the rest of it. Not just a shuttle pilot.
Right. Okay. Got it. Sure. So you see that message come up, Janice. It's got a contact number. Zero Credibility is currently docked. here at Prospero's Dream, it's got a mooring number because it can't fit into dry dock. It's too big for that.
Okay. So I'm going to immediately jump on it.
Sure. Okay.
If
So yeah, I assume probably the first thing to do would be to send your file through. Yeah, like basically your digital CV, your digital resume or whatever.
yeah.
So that'll go through to the acting captain aboard the ship currently, which is Android 14.
Okay.
So Android 14, you receive a file, an application by a pilot, Janice Etheridge. Actually, let me pull up your character sheet myself here so that I can help to communicate some of the information from that. So yeah, so he's well, John, you know exactly what this character is. You helped make it, but how would we describe it? So he's an experienced pilot with some background in geology and planetology, um, zero G and mechanical repair. He is a trained technician as well.
We're going for the asteroid, the edge of the industry, dark side of the asteroid mining field kind of character.
Say again. Right. Okay. Right.
Not
But
quite a
also,
pirate, not quite
Yeah,
legit.
he's got rimwise and firearms. He knows he knows the deal with surviving in the outer rim.
but that said, he's also very straight laced. He doesn't have any real criminal background at all.
Yep. Yeah. So that's fair to say. So that's another thing that comes up right away is he doesn't have a criminal background. Um,
We can easily take care of that.
so yeah, I'm going to assume you will want to interview this pilot.
He will establish. We're assuming it's a reasonable time and not 2 o'clock in the morning.
Let me see here. It was late in the late at night when you guys went down, but it was yeah, actually,
It's
as I'm
whatever you.
It doesn't matter to 14. He doesn't sleep. It was just asking.
yeah.
Oh, it would probably be like a few minutes after you send it because I'm eager to get the hell out of here.
Well, it is probably. I'm trying to think of what time it was when those guys. Do you guys remember what time it was when you set off for the choke? I remember it was at least evening. Was it evening or was it nighttime?
I'd probably go with the evening, I think.
I think it was close to midnight nearly by the time you got down there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
By the time you got down there, it took a couple hours to get there, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, so he's we'll say you receive it somewhere close to midnight is when you receive it, but it's he's literally just sent it to you. He's just sent it through to you, Android 14.
Very well. He will ping the location of the ship, and when you find yourself in the immediate area, due to the lockdown, may be difficult to get through. But just let him know to contact myself at the ship, and we will get you passage to the ship. Be advised that they're tight with firearms and contraband. So don't come naked, but come naked. So we won't bail you out unless we know who you are.
How do you sign off on this response, Android 14?
I will be naked.
No. How did you sign off on this? Is it like just Android 14 MD? Is it Android 14? Is it
Oh, yeah. And ship servitor,
ship
14
server
MD.
Android 14 MD? Okay, got it. So you get that, Dennis, and if you want, you can get a taxi
Sure.
to take you over there. And let me just double check my price real quick here. How much is that? Okay, so these cost. Okay,
100
got it.
credits.
I'm going to say, yeah, that's a long taxi ride. The dry docks, you're as far away from the dry dock as you possibly could be without being in the choke. So that taxi is going to cost you 200 credits.
Oh no. We're not going to take a taxi because
Okay.
that's all my. I'm gonna have to. I don't know. I mean, I'll take a jog and I'll just head that way.
I'm just doing the math real quick. 20 divided by 4. It's a 5-hour walk.
Okay, how? Okay, what is it at a jog?
Okay, at a jog. Um, how fast is a person really average jogging? Twice walking speed, probably. 2.5 hours.
Sure.
Maybe not even
Okay.
then, but still. We'll say 3 hours.
Okay.
That'll put you there about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh Lord. I kind of signal with the communication. I'm like, is it kosher if I'm buying 3 hours? I'm a night
Absolutely.
owl. Doesn't bother me.
Perfect. Yeah.
Indeed.
Android 14 doesn't sleep anyway. So excellent. So you start making your way. You're going to pass by the chop shop area. You're going to pass by the Tempest Company headquarters zone. You're going to pass by the farm where the church is located and everything, um, and then past the kind of stellar burn area, and then there is what is there? The icebox zone, and then to number 1 on the map there is where the dry dock area is. It's a lot. It's a long way around. What was the circumference of the station?
A lot.
Oh, that can't be right.
That says circumference is 40 kilometers.
Yeah, it says, but then it also says this is a 15-minute walk. Maybe I miscalculated that. Yeah, whatever. Fuck it. Let's not get wrapped up in minutia. You get there about 3 o'clock in the morning, and
Sure.
let us see if you will get accosted by anybody significant along the way. Now, slices of the map. You're traveling from here, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, okay, got it. And
And
the
I would have
address on
tried.
page 41. Hmm?
I would have tried if I could to go directly through like I think it's the court
Oh yeah, cutting
instead of going.
across
Yeah, so maybe it
as
might be
as a
even
little
more
shortcut.
interesting.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, you can make a cut through there. Duh, that makes more sense. Let me see how much shorter that makes it. Actually,
Of course,
yeah, that cuts it down a little bit anyway. Cuts it down by like at least a half an hour. So,
that's
and jogging even more so. So, yeah. Okay, you actually get there maybe more like 2:30, something like that, 2:15. But first, let's see. Let's see if you can get there at all. Give me a D100 roll, please.
97.
So as you're, I'll give you another D100 as well. As you're jogging through um, first area here. So
17.
after you pass by the chop shop, what was it, a 70 or 17?
17.
17. Um, whoa, I'm looking at the wrong. I looked at the wrong thing. I'm looking for locations. Here we go. 17. You find yourself jogging past a nice little Solarian garden. You see the 10 credit suggested donation box out front. It's called the Garden of Forking Paths. Um, and then all of the lights flicker on and off in the neighborhood, right? Because you're in a space station. It's actually really, really
Well,
dark. Everything is synthetically lit. This whole cyberpunk kind of almost, city type thing.
well, actually, I will probably be donating 10 credits to
Okay,
the donation box when this happens.
so
So,
you put your 10 credits in the box, and then all the lights around flicker and turn off, displays flicker and turn off, and you hear the sound of a heartbeat and heavy, belabored breathing and then it stops. Everything's back to normal again. And you're not sure if that really just happened or if you imagined it, if you're freaking yourself out a bit. Give me another D100, please. 2D100s, please, in fact.
68 and 28.
Ooh. Oh, that's the wrong thing here. There we go. 68 and 28. So 68 is... okay. And what was the other number? 68 and a 20...
28.
28. All right. That is not the right page. Oh, it's page 41. That's right. Because I keep flipping the wrong direction. Here we go. So you encounter 4 Solarian missionaries from the Evangelical Solarian Church. They've got a big, like, sun-like bindi kind of thing in their head. They're proselytizing. And any unbaptized who comes with them to the church now will get a free hour, an hour in the solarium. And they're actually proselytizing. This is the funny part. Outside of a BDSM dungeon called Vanilla Play. Give me another 2D100s.
Woot.
So this is right before the, or this is actually, sorry, just as you're passing by the courts.
First one is 33, and then the
Okay.
second one is 78. Rolling a lot of 8s.
33 and 78. Okay. 33. I keep flipping the wrong way. 33. And what was the other one? 78. Meditation Center. Again, you see another 10 credit donation suggested. 1d10 stress relieved if you visit it. Okay, yeah, but so there's a medication center, right? Shop front, or meditation, not medication, meditation center, shop front. It's currently closed, and there's a person outside of it. Roll d10. He is currently vomiting, and if you look at him, you can see it, like, he looks like kind of like a cyber junkie. He's got all kinds of cybernetic bits up around his that you can see on his face, and he's even wearing some kind of a hat that seems to connect it, some kind of an interface as well. But he's currently puking in front of this meditation center door as you jog past. Give me another 2D100s. Now you are out of the inner ring, and you're now heading towards the dry dock.
Okay. 10s or zeros, and then
2 of them?
53. Yes.
So double 0. Okay, roll a deadly encounter. Nice. And your second one was a 53?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
gonna change that.
And give me another D100 now for your deadly encounter.
79.
Oh, wait, I apologize. So it's 1d10. It's 1d10. My mistake. So this is a phase 2, so it's d10 plus 5. Okay, get d10 plus 5.
Okay, that would be 15.
15. Okay, you see 5, 9, 18, 28, 33. You see 43 Teamsters burning and looting a Lumitat shop. They're trying to get other people to join them. They try to encourage you, hey, come on, join us, stick it to the Novos. We're going to take a stand against the Tempest Company. Are you with us or against us? And like 3 of them start moving towards you kind of aggressively. You just jog right past.
And well, I raise up a fist and I say, I would join you, but I've got a threesome ahead of me.
And you just keep on jogging by.
Yep.
All right, yeah. You know, they look kind of like what? And one of them just kind of claps. In 5 rounds, armored troopers are going to arrive to disperse them. In fact, as you kind of jogging down, and just before you get to the dry docks, you hear the sounds of tear gas um, canisters blowing up as you know the Tempest company swarms in and starts dispersing the riot.
Okay, I would be very
And you
happy to
get to
be.
the docks, and now you just have to find the mooring point, which doesn't take you too terribly long. You're safe. No more possible encounters at the moment. When you pull up to um, mooring station 13, we'll say is the zero credibility. Probably, I imagine the information will pop up as to what ship is docked there. So it'd say like zero credibility, Captain um, Albright, Stephen Albright, isn't it? I don't forget his first name.
Sam Albright.
Sam Albright. Damn it. Captain Sam Albright. Zero credibility. You know, that's probably all the information you really get. But you can push the beacon if you wish, kind of like a digital doorbell. In Android 14, you'll get a display showing at the other end of your umbilical um, point is, you know, the man you see on the screen, Janice Etheridge.
Very
The
good.
man whose face was on the file that was sent to you a couple of hours ago.
Your video uplink is going crazy.
I'm sorry?
Video link on the Flash.
Is it?
It's not for anybody else. I'll just reset. Is it just me?
No, mine looks a little bit funky.
Yeah,
Mine's
mine
It's
looking
doing
too.
some
very
crazy
blurry.
stuff.
Looking what?
Blurry.
It looking
Blurry.
like it's in fast forward.
Okay, well, that could just be a bandwidth issue, possibly because my daughter's streaming or something, or playing a video game or something. I don't know. Do you need it? What do you need?
No, I don't need it at all. I was just letting you know for recording.
Okay, gotcha. It should be recording straight from my XSplit, so it should be fine.
Pilot Etheridge, I've identified your ID. You ready to board?
Yes, 14.
Okay.
Stand by in the airlock for decontamination.
No, yep.
They'll open the outer doors.
Yep, and you enter into the umbilical, and yeah, there would be a standard decontamination process that you go through before the inner door opens. It takes a few minutes, and then you find yourself. Let's see, starboard engineering. You find yourself at the docking point with starboard engineering. I assume you went to meet him at the door, Android 14, or no?
Correct.
Okay.
Of course. And
So what does he
and he
see as
will
he
be
walks?
he will be wearing his jumper. He put his jumper back on.
Okay.
He will have his foam gun with him. Modified one.
So yeah, go ahead and give yourselves a visual
Video's
description,
back to
I
normal
guess.
now.
Give him a full visual description of 14. So he knows exactly
Android
what's going on.
14 is exactly 6 foot tall. He is exactly 175 pounds. Clean cut, completely hairless. He is definitely the type that tends to have a stabilized aging process, even though it doesn't degrade inner workings. It's an outer appearance thing.
Mm-hmm.
And model's made to look a little older to make people feel comfortable.
Yeah, he's a synthetic. There's many different types of androids. This is a synthetic human type, so.
But it's not quite human enough. There
No,
is
they
a
never are.
certain pallor to the skin. There's a certain uncanny valley to the whole. And it's one of those things where if you look at him and he's not looking at you, he's still kind of looking at you. Had a kind of a weird thing going on. It makes most people pretty uneasy.
And what about Janice? How would you describe Janice as he sees him coming off the airlock?
I kind of see Janice as being like, like 6'3", about 220. He's kind of a built guy. He's probably wearing a dark gray, like a a work outfit like a Carhartt, work boots, just carrying a duffel bag, and his pad underneath his arm.
Okay.
Very good. I have your course resume in front of me. Is there anything you would like to add to it now that you're in front of me?
When would this piloting job start? Because I'm really eager to kind of get away from this mess that's happening here.
As far as the ship leaving the docks, that is up in the air. But as far as employment, we're looking to start employment today. There's always work to be done, and as we are a small crew that takes on many different missions, every individual wears several hats. So that should be noted up front. You comfortable handling guns?
I can defend myself. Yeah.
You comfortable handling guts?
If I have to, just
Gears? Are you comfortable handling gears?
I'm good at repair.
Very good.
Although I would like to meet the captain because I like to see
It's currently occupied. I am the captain and by proxy.
Oh, I thought wasn't there Captain Albright?
As I said, the captain is currently busy elsewhere.
Well, can I maybe give him a buzz and just kind of say hi, introduce myself?
You going to be difficult, Mr. Etheridge?
Oh no! I'm not trying to be difficult. I was being polite.
See, this way. And he's going to take him on a tour
Politely
of
go
the
scrub the hydroponics bay. No, just kidding.
he's going to start him in the starboard engineering area.
Got it.
Walk him through the port engineering area, and he's going to make sure to cover every square inch of the ship and avoid any
full tour.
just a bunch of busy work.
Okay.
So basically, I'm going to get this very, very detailed tour.
Well, you're not going to get the full tour. He's not going to show him the two.
He's not going to show him anything on the secret deck.
Correct.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Not yet.
It could still
not
be
till he proves himself.
He's still a spy.
I understand.
So we'll take him through the whole process, and we'll evaluate his answers as he questions certain things and about this, and what would you do with this, and think about this cargo. Have you handled cargo, and all those sort of questions. No need to play every little thing, but he's going to be looking for more of the direction if he's going to be tough to deal with, so he can give proper view to the captain.
So as you can see, you're on the lower deck, the engineering deck. Got engineering in the back. You got a cargo hold in the middle with a hydroponics bay, kind of a makeshift hydroponics bay, although it's really well done. You've got a hydroponics bay being that has been recently built in there. And then at the front of that deck, there are the two science labs. There's life support and a brig, and then access to the ship's autocannons and machine gun, autocannon and machine gun. Next deck up is the operations deck.
While we're in the autocannon area, we're in the autocannon area. He's going to shut the door hatch. Say, you didn't ask the obvious question there, Pilot Etheridge.
What's that, sir?
That you didn't ask me the obvious question.
What obvious question is that, sir?
Where's the other pilot?
I assume that I don't know. You need a pilot. I need a ship.
Killed by a space alien, ripped apart and eaten. Look for a reaction. Slowly.
Actually, Janice does think back to the donation box, and so there's of kind of like something terrible, but I can't really describe it. I kind of give a look, I guess, and then I shrug my shoulders.
We've been through a handful of pilots. It seems the pilot seat be a bit unlucky. You still interested?
Do I get a meal?
Of course. Continuing on with the tour. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
It takes you up to the next deck up, the operations deck, which has the cryo chamber in the back. I think they have 12 berths, 12 beds. Then there are 2 berths, berth 1, berth 2. Those are bunks, basically, for the crew members. There's a galley, so that's where you've got your food. They've got a vending machine in there. They've got a couple video games in there, 17 Vibe Shetties and Spacesuit Sam. There's a used sex bot currently sitting down, drinking. Well, not drinking anything, probably just sitting down, actually, pretending
I,
to
I
relax in the
don't think
galley.
it's used anymore, right?
No, she's
I don't
not.
know.
She doesn't come across as
She's
used. She got
tidied. She's
polished.
tidied up. She's polished
Oh,
up.
did somebody clean her up? I'm sorry.
14
Yeah.
stayed. He spent quite a bit of time cleaning her up,
I'm
polishing
sorry.
her up.
Let me erase that then. She is no longer used. She is an immaculate sex bot. Sitting
Her
in
name
the.
is Pristine Christine.
Her name, if I recall correctly, was Sandy.
Oh.
Currently now it is Pristine Christine.
Okay, her new name is Pristine Christine. And then there's the med bay. There's a substantial med bay. Actually, it's a pretty good sized med bay for a ship of this size. Another life support module. There's the captain's cabin and the bridge, and then of course access to the railgun, which is another thing that stands out. You know, a railgun is not not at all a standard fitting on a ship of this size either. It's a big gun.
Okay. So for future experience point or skill expenditure,
Mhm.
would it be possible that I could find the manual somewhere for the railgun and start studying it to where I can
Oh,
learn
it's
how to?
entirely possible. Yeah, when you level up, you can learn new skills. And you can say you picked it up from training manuals and simulations. They have a
Sure.
gunner on the ship who could teach you. You know, all that stuff. So, yep, no worries. So, concluding your tour of the zero credibility,
Provide
I
him the
am
meal.
going. Yeah, you dig in the galley and get him some food. I will now continue on with the others. Who's missing here? There he is, Newt. Down in the choke. Is this right? It's just the 4 of you now and the guide. Is that correct?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our
I just
other
wanted,
worthless mercenary got aced.
he wasn't
The last
worthless.
of the
He wasn't
worthless
worthless.
mercenaries.
That spear could have been for one of you.
I think maybe we should try and talk to them the next time.
As you can see, Jesse, they really respect their new hires here. Sorry. So, you've just defeated the rats. By this point in time, let's see. Where's my? Oh yeah, it's this map here. Just trying to think about what time it was. So if we said it was about midnight when you got down here.
It's at least 3 anyway, right? If not more.
That was
4.
That was a cup. That was at least an hour, maybe 2. And then another 2, so another 4 hours. Yeah, it's about 4 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, you got at least another 6 hours to go.
Captain, how hurt are you?
If I was to place a number on it, I'd put it at 21 down.
Ah,
I'm not at half. I'm hurt, but I'm reluctant to take another one of these stim packs. Just
You don't have to. Yeah. You want to just carry on?
I mean, is there any mechanical benefit to trying to just apply first aid to myself or anything? I mean, is that something that's possible? I've got a first aid kit and pathology for first aid. I don't think it can be used like that, can it?
I don't remember.
I've
First aid kit
Bread
adds
and-
plus 10% rolls to made to bandage wounds and stop bleeding.
Yeah.
So healing 10.3. Oh, that's gonna be on page 10, isn't it? That's why it's 10.3. Healing. That's when resting. No, first aids are just to bandage wounds and stop bleeding.
I mean, I've got a med scanner, but I really don't want to use a med scanner on myself because I don't want to know whether those rats infect me with something yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I can do anything about it.
Well, if we really can't do anything other than just sort of stick a band-aid on your wounds, Captain, I want you to stick to me like you're my shadow.
Okay, noted. I will. Surely our luck can't continue to um, go bad, can it?
I grin and say, "You've clearly never been stuck behind enemy lines." Now stick close.
Okay. What is the actual mechanical penalty of taking too much drugs? To
Addiction.
just gain an addiction, is
Addiction.
it? And
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna take it. Give it a chance. Why not? Give it
yeah,
a chance. Where the fuck is that bit now again? About stim packs and addiction. Okay, well, stim packs are over here on equipment. So you take another stim pack, grants another immediate 2d10. I'll let you roll it, Barry.
what am I rolling? 3,
2d10.
2d10.
Yep. Add them together, please.
It's an 11.
An 11.
Yep.
Okay, so you get 11 hit points back. And give me a body save.
Body save. That's 84. That's a fail.
Okay, yeah, you are now addicted to stim packs. Oh, we forgot to roll your extra strength in combat too. 2d10
Yeah.
to each.
2d10.
It's going to last for 2 hours, so for the next encounter.
Okay.
Probably.
2d10. That's a 16 first. And 8 next.
Okay.
And what were they off? That was what was it? It's combat, strength and combat, was it?
Yeah, strength and combat, I think. Yep. Yep, correct. How long ago did you take those other ones, the other stim pack? It was the last fight, wasn't it?
I would have took them in the fight before the rats, right?
Yeah,
Just
that's
at
fine.
the
That's
end
fine.
of
Yeah,
the
so
fight before the
it's
rats.
not like you're double dosing, is what I'm saying. You're just taking another dose a couple hours later. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No problem. Got it. Yeah, you're good. You need another one?
And that was 11 that I gained, was it?
Do you need another one? Yeah, it was 11 hit points.
Yeah, I'm starting to think maybe I do, but I somehow resist the urge.
Sure. You could still use another 10 hit points.
Well, I'm about 10 down, but no, I'll leave it just in
I mean, how
case
many stim
someone
packs
else.
do you have anyway?
I've got 3 left after that one.
Oh, you'd still have 2 more.
I know, yeah, I'm tempted, but no,
All right, for sure.
I'm just thinking about them, constantly. No, I'll wait.
Okay. Well, so you carry on across the sink. I believe you had passed Juno Tower last time and the metro, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have we lost Jesse? Did he just? I guess he's not like
Did we lose
active at the
Jesse?
moment, but it's just he's.
Oh, we did lose
Is he
Jesse.
in a? Is
Yeah,
he
he
in a
was just
different?
texting me. He fell out. He was trying to get back in and he can't get back in.
He's just in a different voice channel,
There you
right?
go, mate.
So he.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know why? Because I forgot to give him the 0 credibility roll. There, it's fixed. Sorry, Jesse.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't know. I fixed it.
It's okay. I was like, oh crap. Oh
You'll be able to
crap.
see and access the room next time from now on. I've given you the access. Sorry. Now, carrying on. So yeah, you're going across the city for a while longer, and give me a D10, please. There, Barry.
5.
A 5. Now you're. Oh. Okay, got it. You get ambushed by 15 Hunglungs with, again, spears. They jump out. They have you surrounded. Um,
Can we? Can I just like raise my hands and say that we're here to meet with Imogen Kane.
and
She's
then they
expecting
stop
us.
for a moment, and he kind of steps forward and says, "How do you know Imogen Kane?"
We have some mutual acquaintances, and a meeting has been arranged for us with her in the veins in a couple of hours.
Okay. You'll have to leave your weapons with me.
I look at Lieutenant LaRoux.
We'll escort you to your meeting place.
I'm not comfortable giving up my gun,
I don't
Fine.
see
especially
how.
after getting.
Then you can't go.
I don't see how we have much choice. I think we should trust in the strength of Imogen Kane's leadership.
Very well,
One of
Captain. If
the
it's your
Hunglungs who walked away comes back and says, "Yes, I've confirmed it with her. That she is expecting them." He says,
Oh, well then we
and
can keep our guns.
you hear him say, "What did she say the acceptable casualty rate was? 50%?" And he looks at Lieutenant Colonel LaRoux. He says, "Yes, you'll have to leave your weapons with me."
I'll just look to the captain. What's your order, sir?
The men's grips are tightening on their spears. They're all within, leaping, stabbing range.
Oh, I'm in Overwatch
Yeah.
position. I'm
I
ready to
understand. I
go.
figured as much. It's kind
Let's
of
let's
Mexican standoff kind of almost.
I'll hand over my weapon as a
15 spears against 4 guns.
show of first of good faith and
He has one of his men take
indicate.
it.
I will reluctantly hand over my pulse rifle and then my submachine gun. And I pull out my vibrochetti and just kind of look at him. And just say, "Can I keep this at least?"
Let me see. He smiles and he says, "No," and he takes it from you.
Very well.
I have a blaster rifle I'll turn over.
A blaster rifle. Oh, you have a pulse rifle, I think, right? Yeah, that you
Or a
picked up
pulse.
off. Yeah, you picked it up last session off of Vasily after he died. It's a pulse rifle. Yep.
I don't suppose
Okay.
my stun uh, battling and trank pistol will go unnoticed?
No, unless you have them hidden. Do you have them hidden?
No,
Make
they're
them roll to
probably.
find them if they are. Okay. What about you,
Um,
Porter?
Yeah, I guess I'll hand it over.
All right.
Um, and the foam gun.
And Trenton says, can I go back to Doptown then, sir?" And the guy says, "Yeah, go on, get out of here, Trenton."
Can we give him? Did we pay him? Yeah.
I assume you did, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just thank him and give him maybe a few extra credits.
But you're already giving him extra credits. You gave him 1,000.
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
You paid him
Yeah.
1,000.
Cool.
He only asked for 750.
Okay. Yeah.
So he gets the fuck out of there. These guys are taking over the guidance now. These 15 Hunglungs. So they continue leading you through, and they kind of, there's a handful behind you and a handful in front of you, kind of thing, just to make sure you don't go running off or something. But they lead you out past the sewers and the digital archives. At one point, a septic wave comes rolling through, but they hear it and they sense it before it gets there, and they're able to get you all up into a nice safe place as this wave of sewage just rushes down the street that you were walking on. It could have easily like washed you away, or split your group up, etc. Stay kind of in the on the kind of raised, up. You basically went upstairs in some building or something to avoid it. When you come back down and continue on the street, um, another one comes again then. And again, you have to scurry into a building and up onto some higher ground, and then wait for the septic wave to pass and to die down, and continue on some more. When you finally come to um, a drain pipe, and they say, "Okay, it's going to be through here. It's pretty cramped, so just be careful. Watch your head." And I'm just checking something out. Okay. As they're leading you down, you're leading you through this. Yeah, it's only a 2-hour walk. I rolled way too many times. Sorry, it's a 2-hour walk then through these cramped drain pipes. Oh no, I did roll right. It says roll 3 times for encounters. Got it. Okay, cool. And then just before after you're nearly 2 full hours into this cramped drain pipe, ducking and moving around stuff, and not even wanting to think about some of the things that might rub up against your legs. Um, then you encounter this pulsating flesh sac that has like these pseudopod limbs that sprout out of it. Um, and the Hunglungs deal with it quickly because there's 15 of them. They all got spears, and they jump on it. They start stabbing. And at first, more like these like tentacle like type limbs like are spawning out of this pulsing flesh sac, but they just keep stabbing away at it. And occasionally you do see the occasional ripple of electricity. There's like circuiting in there. There's something weird going on here, for sure. But eventually, they dispatch it.
Nice neighborhood.
This is getting worse
There's a
all the
guy.
time.
Can I try and get a sample? It's my
A biosample of
Xeno,
it? Yes, you
my
can.
I'll
Write
try and look at
down, write down that you have a biosample of a pulsating flesh sac choke spawn.
Charming name.
Isn't it? Yeah, so anyway, he makes comment to you. He says, "Yeah, it's getting worse all the time. That's why we need to get everyone out of here."
Well, that's what we're here to discuss.
And then it leads you up to there's a chamber opening up ahead at the edge of this drain pipe. And as you're approaching it, you hear a voice shout down something in kind of like some kind of a space station patois that actually is none of you are familiar with because it's specific to the choke here. And the guy who's leading you responds in kind, responds whatever appropriately back, and then they continue advancing. And as you come into this room, you can see there are a total of 12 people in here already before the 19 of you arrive, right? Because there's 15 of these guys plus 4 of you. As you come in, the other 12 people who are already here, half of them, 6 of them, don't look like the others. It's like 6 of them are obviously Hunglungs. They're these rebels. You can tell by kind of the clothing that they wear, the colors they wear, or whatever, and they look like Doptownians. They look like people who have been living in a dark, oxygen-deprived place for most of their lives, if not all of their lives. The other 6 guys look relatively fresh and are armed with laser cutters, which are illegal, contraband on the station. But it is what it is. So 6 of them are rather fresh-looking guys. In fact, they're probably wearing cleaner clothes. They obviously are not natives to the choke with the laser cutters, and then the other 6 of them have spears. So there's now a total of 21 spearmen in here, plus these 6 guys with the laser cutters.
The guys with the laser cutters, do they have anything? Like basically, are they the Teamsters? Do they have like the union patch or anything? Any kind of identifier?
Actually, I mean, I don't think would they be wearing they wouldn't be like wearing any identifiers, but you would recognize one of them for sure, and you're positive these guys are Teamsters.
Okay.
You've seen them before. Yeah, they're definitely Teamsters.
Imogen Kane there.
At the moment, no, but as you're sitting there, looking around, you can see that this big kind of chamber here, there are several like drain pipes and ventilation shafts and maintenance tunnels which lead into this chamber. And the one of the ventilation shafts, the kind of cage-like covering, flips up, and a girl scrambles out of it. She's wearing a rebreather mask. She's got kind of long red hair, the relatively nondescript and kind of poor man's kind of whitish outfit of the Hunglungs that all the Hunglungs kind of wear. And she dusts herself off, looks around, and says, "Good. I see it. It must have went pretty well. Did you lose any people, Captain?" And she says, looking directly at you, Captain Albright.
Unfortunately, yes, we lost one of our valued crew members. And I look at the Teamsters and I go, was there a shorter way of getting here?
Would you say this is one of the Teamster guards that's in here with the laser cutter?
No, I'm saying it to her, but I'm looking at them.
Ah, I see. She says, "Perhaps, if one knows the ways." So, what is it you wanted to discuss with me in person? How are we to help each other?
Well, I see you're already acquainted with the Teamsters and the church. We're wondering how we can.
Some of the Teamsters there are looking for alternative employment currently.
Well, we've heard a few different ways that we can help.
You're in contact with Reedmar? Is that
We
correct?
are, and I look to Chief Svalbard.
Yes, we have been, or at least his people.
See.
I would say that we are not unsympathetic to their needs as well as yours.
And Yandy has contacted us,
I've
requesting that we.
I'm already aware of that. Yes, you're
Yeah,
supposed to apprehend me, is it? Take me to the
yeah.
courts.
I believe that's what Yandy wishes.
Hmm.
But we agree that there it could be the time for change on the station, and we'd like to see how best we can help with that.
I'm curious to what you gain from helping us.
Well, it's always good to be, you know, to have someone in power owing us something, you know.
Hmm.
Look, if there's a change coming, and we might be a part of it, that might work in favor of you and your people, you know, maybe there's your political freedom and the health of the future of your people is at stake. For us, we're working people. Money's good for us. That might be our objective here. We'd like to have a stable future for ourselves.
It's a
That seems
mutually
that seems like a fair
beneficial.
request. And Reedmar's people, these working people, and I look at them like me, like us, like other Teamsters, we're just looking to be treated fairly as you are. All of us are. And if that means a change of regime, then so be it. We're not looking for political power. This is not what we're looking for. But money would be good.
Uka Uka tells me that you are willing to transport refugees off of the Dream.
If that is one of the things you think would serve, yeah, we can certainly do that.
That would
Where
certainly align us not just with you, if that's what you think is a good thing, but also align us with the church. And then it seems like there's a lot of alignment.
Oh, Uka Uka is an ally of ours. We
And ours.
he has always sympathized with the plight of the people in the choke. Barry,
Mhm.
give me an intellect roll at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Okay, check. Just straight intellect.
Yep.
So just roll twice. Take the lowest. Yeah.
Well, you roll once. Yeah, you roll twice, take the lowest. Yeah, sorry, wrong game. Yeah, roll twice, take the lowest.
Well, take the
Or the best,
worst,
of
right?
course, because
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah. Oh no,
if you have doubles, they're crits. So
it's all right. The first one was enough. 99.
oh, a 99. Okay. Okay. No problem.
Oh,
Sorry.
you
You're
suffer an you
you're
suffer an injury thinking about
no,
it.
because you rolled a 99. So you're looking at Imogen. There's something about her, and you're not sure what it is at first. And you're looking at her, and before you realize it, you're just like totally kind of like just admiring the features of her face, her cheekbones, and like she makes that drab Hunglung off-white look really good. And then you're like, well, wait
So
a minute, what am I doing? Oh, I'm sorry. What was
so
it?
she's so beautiful.
Hmm.
What? Sorry.
And she I suppose you would notice so too. She
That's the
doesn't
drugs. That's drugs talking,
She does not
Captain.
look like she doesn't look like most of the people down here either. She looks
It's like
you don't
that
even think
chic.
you don't think she's native to the choke.
Oh,
It's the whole heroin chic thing, right? She's like one of those supermodels. Yeah.
Hmm.
well,
Yeah.
if I may ask, you don't seem to be from here. Where are you from, Imogen?
You're not from here either, Newt.
That's right. I've been working on all kinds of ugly, toxic, off-planet places that I'd rather not talk about.
Hmm. So have I.
Hmm. You don't happen to have any family on this station, do you?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Oh, just being friendly, getting to know each other.
Hmm. Well, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be snappy, but no, I don't have any family on this station.
Hmm.
This is my family, and she gestures around at all the Hunglungs, the 21 dudes with spears in here. And so, if you're willing to help us to remove people from the station, what do you expect from us in return?
Well,
Well, Captain, can I pull him aside for can we talk this is a group discussion,
Of
Imogen.
course you
If it's
can. Yeah,
okay,
yeah, of
if we can
course.
have a private moment, that would be
It's
much
okay. She says.
appreciated.
I was
Thank
about to. I got to take a piss anyway. She says, and she walks off.
she's
And
she's so she's so charming, right?
She's quite a broad. Yeah, that's right. The drugs is still the drugs talking, by the way, Captain. She's not that hot. Um, the but look, I mean, we can obviously if we're going to be a part of regime change, um, it would be nice to have a relationship with whoever's going to rule the future station, and have a place that we could, have safe passage, be welcome in, have certain privileges, let's say, if there's regime change. Again, it's either that or what about money? How much is our involvement in overthrowing the regime worth? Seems like we're already caught up in it. Or haven't we already been offered 10 million credits to take down what's their face? Um,
Yandy.
I bet I'm purposefully burying her name. Um, why not top it up?
There she is,
Heck,
Yandy.
it's
This is true.
yeah. Ugh, it gives me a shiver every time I think about it. Sure reminds me of my ex. Um,
Well, in that case, it's a horror game after all.
ah, God, fear check, fear check, fear check, stress.
Yes.
Um,
X card.
uh, so Captain, so like, what do
No
we,
NPCs that remind me of my ex.
the
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
what
Continue.
do we want out of this? And I wouldn't mind hooking 13 into this discussion if we
14
can,
into the discussion.
gather in a corner here around a corner and talk to him via communicator if that's possible.
Yeah, you want
Ian,
to try?
okay, let's open a channel.
You can't. It's too far.
Oh, we
It's
can't.
too deep down in.
Damn it. Anyways,
In
more money
fact,
for the
in
ship.
fact, you lost
I'll
signal
really
once
do a good
you
thing.
lost signal once you left the sink, probably, or maybe even when you
Privileges for the
started.
ship in perpetuity and money for the ship.
Hmm.
Seems something he's going to get behind, but
Okay. Well, let's take a
it
bio
depends
break
on
ourselves.
what we have to do.
I certainly don't have a problem.
I'm sorry.
Some kind of privilege, lifelong privilege, that would make sense. Um, I think I think discussing our price for getting refugees off the station will be contingent upon, obviously, if we win with the regime change. So maybe we have an agreement to agree with Imogen uh, to visit that contract once the deed is done. That deed being killing Yandy.
Well, but isn't the case that if the refugees don't need to escape under a new freer regime in that they play a part in, or am I missing something here? Like if Yandy and her regime change and these guys are friendly to the
Then
new
they won't. Then
regime,
they
or
won't need to smuggle people off anymore,
then
right?
they don't need
Although
to
they may
then.
need to anyway, because the station's already pretty heavily overcrowded. But yeah,
And
Oh, well, maybe we can rephrase that in a more positive sense and say resettlement missions going elsewhere with people.
well, we're not taking anybody anywhere currently until Yandy's gone. We're stuck here.
That's right. Okay. Well, let's
So
go get her.
we either take Imogen, uh, we either take Imogen to Yandy or we kill Yandy. Those are our options, and that's where I'm at. I don't really care who wins this fight, as long as I get paid and as long as our ship is out.
There's potentially
Well,
a longer term problem with this though. If if we get rid of Yandy and there is an immediate regime change on the station, the syndicates aren't going to be happy about that. There might be some backlash after the fact.
true. Maybe we can make it. Maybe somebody else can get blamed for it. If she dies somehow in this scenario, it might create a situation for us to escape, no matter who ends up in control of this place. Like in the chaos of a decapitation strike, you know that
Well,
might be our opportunity. Get the hell out of here, no matter what.
Well, they do say chaos is a ladder, right?
Yeah, yeah, I believe in that. Sure. Look at the life we lead. Jeez.
cat's being a weirdo. Okay, let's take a bio break ourselves then before you go back to Yandy to give her your answer.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
In fact, when we come back, I'll probably bounce back to 14 and Giannis. Ouch. Cat's acting weird. You all right, kitty?
man, when this whole campaign title of The Pound of Flesh, every time I think of it, there's a movie called Seven. There's where a dude's cutting off his fat,
Yep.
and it's just this is what springs to mind every time I see it. Or yeah.
That's a great movie.
Yes, it is.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box? Yeah,
Uh,
fucking amazing.
yeah, I think I'm having some bandwidth issues because my kid's up late. It's Saturday night. So she's up playing games with her friends. Well, she might be in bed now, but she was up late playing with her friends anyway. Because I was having a few lag issues too with the voice comms. Usually that stuff turns out fine on the recording though. I don't know how, but somehow XSplit usually gets all that stuff. From what I've seen, I haven't seen any issues. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Not XSplit, OBS. I mean, yeah, OBS usually. I keep thinking I used XSplit for a long time. It was the first program that I used, and now I use OBS, and I keep forgetting. I keep just instinctively refer to it as XSplit. Dumbass.
I gotta say, every time I say the phrase "keep on the Mork Borderlands," I can't help but chuckle.
Yeah.
That's a really cool idea. I think that's gonna be a fun game.
I picked the module just based on the name. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go with Keep on the Borderlands so I could make a silly title.
Right? Yeah, I think it's a cool idea. You are gonna have a high body count though.
I hope so. If I'm gonna go to the trouble of actually keeping track of this graveyard, I want to fill it up with shit.
Right, right.
Besides, we got like 53 or 54 classes to play with, so you know.
Yeah. I saw that I was reading the Cursed Goblin Hunter or whatever that you guys put together. That looks
Yeah,
really cool.
you like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
John did a really cool image for that. I like that a lot. It's gotten a lot of a couple anyway. I mean, I haven't gotten a lot of feedback on the whole thing in general yet because not many people have seen it, but people that have seen it have usually commented on the image. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's very evocative.
hey Garrett, how are you? Oh, man, it's cold in here. Shit. Grab a fresh beverage and I'm ready to go. Let's get a bottle of water. I've had enough coffee. There we go. Rinse that. And a bottle of water. And oh, don't hit that button. Yeesh. This is the button. Is everybody back? More or
Yep.
less? Let me see here. I'm going to take you guys off. I'm going to cut over to John and Jesse again. Okay. John, you there? Maybe he's not. Okay.
Sorry, I don't know.
While we wait for John to get back, Jesse, go ahead and roll a D10 for me and a D100.
55 on the D100, and the D10 is a 7.
55. So at about 8 o'clock in the morning, simulated Earth time. And what did you roll on the D10? Sorry?
7.
7. This will come up on all the station-wide news broadcasts and stuff. There is a bombing. A palm reader has been bombed over in the court district near the courts.
Jesus.
Myrna's mystic palm was completely destroyed, and it was at 8 o'clock in the morning. There was only one casualty reported at this time. It seemed to be the probably Myrna.
Guess you should have seen that coming, right?
Guess so. Jesus Christ.
But
Ouch. Oh. John, are you back yet? Still
such
no.
cutting remarks.
Still no, John. Oh damn. Just my luck. Okay, well, in that case, then, just note, you guys lost contact. Oh, John, you're back just in time. Okay.
Sorry,
So
just got back.
at about 7:32 a.m. simulated Earth time, 14, you lose contact with the crew in the choke. Too much interference. And then at 8 o'clock in the morning, a bomb goes off. So by 8:05, it's all over the station newscasts that Myrna's mystical, I can't remember what it was called, Myrna's mystical something or other, palm reader in the court district was bombed at 8 o'clock in the morning. The Hunglungs are claiming responsibility.
It's a curious target.
Well, it's terrorism. Myrna's mystical palm. Only one casualty reported at the moment. They believe it to be Myrna.
Right.
There was fresh graffiti on the building next door that said "Take my breath away," which is the Hunglungs kind of. It's one of their slogans, if you will.
Sure. So Mr. Etheridge stayed with us throughout the night, I assume?
I'd assume so. He's a
Well, you
crew.
would have
He's,
offered him a berth.
he's a crew member now, right? Oh yeah, everybody take 10 credits off for your daily oxygen tank or oxygen techs.
Actually,
And
does that ship?
I'm sorry.
That apply to the people in the ship?
Yes.
Oh, geez, Louise.
It's a tax. It's a tax where even the android has to pay.
Mm-hmm. Even the android has to pay. Yep. 10 credits a day. If anybody has weapons, if anybody has any weapons in storage or explosives in storage, take off an extra credit each for each weapon or whatever you have stored. Also, 13, you can take the daily docking fee from the ship.
14 will take it for sure.
Sorry, 14. And it's not just the docking fee, but there's also the what's it called? Yes, there's daily fee and an initial fee, right? So I think it's 1,000 credits to dock and then 100 credits per day. So you can mark off 1,100 credits because I don't think I charged you for the 1,000 credits docking when you arrived last time. Is it 1,000 and more?
Got it.
Let me double check I'm doing that right. Docking.
Well, Mr. Etheridge, it looks like you and me today. You get some work done?
Sure. It's kind of unusual that there's not. I mean, does the rest of the crew have berths outside of the ship?
No, they're off doing some other job. I mean, it's nothing you want to do. If you have somewhere else to be, by all means, go and do whatever you have to do. But
you know what
the
you
way you
could
get
do? You know what you could do, 14. You have well, you'd have to show him where the hidden area though. To say you have Slick Bay on the ship, you could put him through some simulations, training or testing. You know what I mean? Test his capabilities.
No, he just got here. We're not showing him anything secret.
You could
I
also
know him
take
from
him to.
Jim.
You could also take him to the ice box. They have Slick Bay facilities there.
I could put him to work.
Fair enough. Okay. Put him to work. What are you putting him to work doing?
Your choice is to work around the ship as I do during the day and earn a day's pay, or go on about your business and catch up with you later.
I'll work it off. I'll just go do maintenance around the ship, and because there's so much violence going on around here, I'm going to try to make sure that most of the chores that I do are outside the ship. Well, I've got, and I do carry my weaponry with me just to make sure that we don't have any problems.
So
we got tons of work to do inside. Just shadow me as I go through my routine.
are you going to pay him the pilot's rate currently, like you would if you were hiring a pilot mercenary until he
Yes,
yeah. So you gave him his 500 credit advance then?
correct.
So you have
Oh
500
wow!
credits you can add, and you're given a salary of 3,000 credits a month just for piloting, whatever. So
Okay.
okay, so that's what your salary is currently. Just so you have an idea as to how much money to expect and things of that sort.
Just keep in mind that the pilot's pay for not piloting is pretty significant. So we're going to have to keep you busy to equate that credit expenditure.
Well, that's fine. I did not know I was going to be making so much because now I can actually look at getting what stick readers are.
Say again. What is?
You're mumbling, Mr. Etheridge.
Oh, the slickware. I would like to be able to install slickware eventually.
Ah, you want to eventually be able to install slickware. Requires a slick socket, which is a cyber mod.
Interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'd like to.
What kind of
slick
slickware were you interested in, out of curiosity?
Skillware.
Ah, yes, the skillware. So a trained skill slick requires 1 slot, 2 for an expert, and 3 for a master. Requires a slick socket and an ogre. So, just to give you an idea of what those cost, a slick socket costs 1,000 credits, and an ogre costs 32,000 credits. So it's 33,000 credits just for the prerequisites.
Okay. Yep, that's what I'll save up for it then.
Yep, just so you know. The Ogre is an ocular graphic rendering engine. It's a heads-up display implanted in your optical nerve, which projects directly into your field of vision. Yeah, and the skill socket is a cranial input jack, which allows slickware to be installed. So that would be 3. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, we can work all the details out of that later. So you got something to work towards. And you'll be making even more money once you have proven yourself and been given a full position on the ship anyway. So in theory. Okay. Yeah, so you gonna do some work around the ship, or you got something else in
Yeah,
mind?
no,
You
I'm
wanna
just
spend some
just
money?
going to go from room to room, doing whatever needs to be done that
Sure.
14 typically goes through.
Okay.
He's going to put Etheridge to work. He
Anything
can leave him
else?
to do. He's going to leave him to do something, then he'll go on and do something else and come back.
Gotcha. Anything else then that you are working on? 14? Oh, I know what I'm looking for. I know you were looking
No,
into all that other navigational data before, like looking for places that you can reach without a jump and what the
and
furthest
he
places
will.
were that you could jump to and things of that sort.
And he'll add any details he can fish out of Etheridge about the asteroid mining and so forth.
Okay.
So we're trying to find work other than mercenary and kidnap rescue and giant alien, money hunting. We're look for more of the mundane stuff like carrying cargo from here to here and picking up mail runs and so forth like that.
Right. Gotcha.
I am going to say though that I'm going to get most of the tasks done very quickly because when I'm finished, I immediately go to the bridge and I start familiarizing myself with flight controls and just their systems.
Sure. Yeah, it's not too. It doesn't require too much effort on your part. For the most part, it's a blockade runner, so it's let me see how it compares size-wise to like a freighter. That's over
While you
here.
do that, 14 will set Pilot Etheridge up with the set skill checks that come with taking the pilot's position on the ship. Basically, you go through all the skill checks and they get checked off. You've completed it. Thing for the captain, the engineer, and the gunner, and all them.
I make sure that while I'm in the bridge, I do a full systems check to make sure every switch works. Just go through it all.
Yeah, so it's a blockade runner. It's a little bit smaller than a freighter, generally speaking, although this one has a particularly large gun on top of it. In fact, I can show you something. It looks like that. There's your ship. So yeah, it shouldn't be too hard for you to fly. You've flown freighters before, and they're bigger. So, in fact, your most recent job that you've just been let go of was for a freighter pilot's position.
I just want to make sure that there's none of the previous pilot stuff kind of around. Just kind of pack it up if there is stuff there, and just kind of set it off to the side.
I don't think so. No, the last official pilot you guys had was a long time ago, right? So, okay, back down to the choke then. We need to take that up, fence back, LaRoux, Albright, Newt, and we can take off, oops, we're not focus 14 there. Okay, so you've had your huddle. You go back into the room where Imogen is waiting semi impatiently.
She was asking what specifically about whether we can help with the hostages, or not the hostages,
refugees, yeah.
the refugees.
Yeah. We want to start moving people off the choke. We'll sneak them. We sneak them out of the choke, get them onto a ship, we fly them out.
That's no problem. We'd be definitely willing to help with that. I mean, the main concern at the moment is that no ships are leaving the station. So is the proposal to remove Yandy first, or do you have a way of getting us released from the station?
I don't have any authority on that end. That's not something within my my reach.
And do you have a place that these refugees want to go? Is there a destination in mind?
We'll work that out. We'll figure that out as we go. This is all still evolving, but yeah, there are many. Let me double check here. Oh yeah, it was over here. Sorry. My range chart. Oh, really? Yeah. Anyway, there are some different colonies and different planets which you could get people to from here, and they can arrange maybe if we can get some make some kind of arrangements for them to be transported further from those stations then, et cetera, or get them onto ships, get them on as crew, whatever we can do for these people. But I mean, they're dying down here.
So the ask here is to smuggle people onto our ship
And off the station.
Figure out how to get off the station ourselves. And okay.
I mean, if you're asking for my advice, in order to get the lockdown lifted, you need to bring the strike to an end. And that's between Reedmar and Yandy.
And are you in contact with Reedmar? Is that part of your...
No, I'm not.
Okay, so it's fair to say that...
Not directly, anyway.
Okay, so it's fair to say that we have a direct...
I understand he's in hiding, and he's not very happy right now.
Well, they want Reedmar's head.
They want Reedmar's head. I'm sure Reedmar wants Yandy's head. In the meantime, all the poor bastards down here just want to breathe clean air again.
So what's your proposal then? That we start taking refugees
As soon as
before the
possible,
strike
yeah.
has come to an end?
Yeah, as soon as possible. Do whatever you can to see if you can get yourself. I mean, eventually they're going to have to release the lockdown. The Psychorax has to keep moving. They need to, get things on and off the station. It's not sustainable.
And as far as papers for these people, is there, will they have any way legitimate papers, or this is a smuggling operation?
Yeah. There's nothing legitimate about it.
Okay. Okay. Guess we'll have to see what we can do.
Okay.
Has anyone else got anything to add?
I do.
Go ahead.
Your little crew, and I just kind of dismissively wave my hand at them. Uh, they they know their way around the station. They're able to plant, their bombs and do their little terrorist activity. Says to me, quick ways to get around. Do you have a way to get to Yandy, or at least close enough to her? Do you know how to get to? I think she's in. Actually, I can't remember where she is in the station, but do you have any means that allow us to get close to her, get past some of the guard, get the Tempest mercenaries? I mean, if we're going to be doing this for you, I mean, we're going to have to
Mm-hmm.
angle something with Reedmar. I'm going to look to Exo Svalbard, and that's going to be difficult. Yandy wants him dead. She wants you dead. Yet you want us to get refugees off this station, but we can't do anything until something breaks. The only thing I could see is Yandy going down. So tell me how to get to her. I know you know something. I know you know a way to get past some of this stuff. Help us help you.
Okay. Sure. Coming over here, smart guy. She leads you over to that ventilation shaft that she crawled out of earlier.
Mm-hmm. I'll
And
go over. I'll take a look.
she opens it up and, shines her suit light, like a little shoulder light inside. And she shows you some strange symbol. Um, yeah, it's kind of like looks like maybe almost like it looks reminiscent of like a Chinese character, like Chinese calligraphy type stuff.
A kanji symbol or
You don't
something.
you don't recognize it, but yeah. She says all of the tunnels here out of the veins are marked with these. Myself, some of my people, we can use these. We've learned them well enough. Uh, we can use them to maneuver ourselves around the station. So either myself or one of my Hunglungs would be capable of guiding you from here to anywhere, just about anywhere on the station. Might not be able to get you directly into Yandy's bedroom. But we could get you pretty close.
What if I told you that Yandy wanted us to take you to the court?
I already know that. Your Dr. Velke told us earlier.
Ah, that's right. Um, well, what if you and I let Yandy know that I was taking you to the court? You can bring some of your crew. They can use, I'm going to point towards this kanji symbol. They can use this to get themselves in position. I take you the normal way, the long way, and I point down the nasty sewage-filled tunnels,
Mm-hmm.
and we spring a little trap for her.
An
All
assault on
problems
the
are solved.
courts?
Yes, Yandy will be there. She wants to see you dead.
Hmm. Yeah, all the important people would be there.
And then
You see her
rather
eyes. Her
than
eyes are like very, she's very intrigued by this idea. It's very bold. It's near suicidal. Probably is suicidal.
that's my specialty. Look, imagine being in charge of the oxygen debt. There'd be no oxygen debt, would there?
Mm-hmm. So my Hunglungs attack the courts, and you go after Yandy specifically?
Well, with your help, you're going to be leader of the station after all.
I don't know about that. I'd sooner have Reedmar take control.
Well, even better.
I
don't
can
know.
live with that.
I can lead a revolution. I don't know if I could run the administration of a space station with over 8 million people on it. What do you think, Captain? She says and looks at you.
It's an interesting idea you have with Readler possibly leading. But would your people go along with that? And would you be able to just take a step back?
You're talking to Imogen?
Yeah.
What do you mean take a step back?
Well, you know, you're leading a revolution, then you take a step back and allow something else to
Oh, in the case of Reedmar taking
administer.
over the station?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Reedmar seems like a decent individual. Either him or Uka Uka.
Maybe you guys can form a triumvirate, sort of tripart government.
I'm not leading this revolution to take over the station, Captain Albright. I'm not after power here. I'm just trying to save these people.
But it would make sense to have representative of these people in the leadership afterwards.
That's a fair point. Okay. Well,
That sounds like a good plan. Yeah. Not without its risks, but
how soon
Right.
can we do this, you think?
I think we need to get in touch with Reedmar and see if we can get some of his men to assist in the assault on the courts.
Okay.
Coordinated strike.
I'll
And
start
who knows?
making arrangements and see, making contingency plans. Just give me 24 hours notice at least. Yeah. You're gonna have to come back here anyway, so that we can guide you. Oh well, wait, no, yeah, you're gonna have to come back down here anyway to get me. So
I can stay. Captain, if it's all right with you.
yep.
Captain, he's making moves on your girl.
She's got such beautiful eyes, right?
Okay.
Has he also
understood.
been taking stim
You know,
packs?
when you're
Yeah.
wearing a mask all the time, it really brings out the cheekbones and eyes.
It does.
Everyone looks better through the goggles of a stim pack. I get it.
2 stim packs in 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. I need that another supply of stim packs as well.
It's okay. So When
I
Lieutenant
assume
Colonel
that
LaRoux, in all seriousness, when Lieutenant Colonel LaRoux volunteers to stay down here with her, she says, "I suppose a hostage, you know, for you know, as collateral for your good faith is fair. Yes, I'll accept him," she says.
Really? Hostage? Really?
it's-
Everything we've talked about? Jeez.
She smiles. She smiles.
LaRue's got a smile too.
Yeah.
Well, she says, Chief Svalbard, if I had my choice, I'd keep you, but
Yeah. Well, but I haven't had its impact today. So, you're out of luck.
all right. I'll have one of my people guide you back above
Okay.
to the station. They can get you close to the dry dock.
just before we leave, I'll ask Lieutenant LaRoux just to keep an eye on my girl here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you faded out. Keep an eye on what?
Keep an eye on my girl.
Oh, that's the whole point. We're gonna get our ship out one way or the other.
Yeah.
The dry docks is one of the. Is that one of the farthest points for you to get to from down here? Yeah, the only thing really further than the dry docks would be maybe in the middle of the rings or in between modules or possibly Canyon Heavy Market. So yeah, they can guide you through the tunnels back to the what you call it, the dry dock. It will take 16 hours though. No encounters, encounter free, but it will take 16 hours to go through the winding tunnels and passages and everything. So, do you want to rest beforehand? Do you want to shack up with the Hunglungs somewhere down here in the choke and get some sleep, or
Yeah, that probably makes sense to grab a few hours.
you guys have been up all night after all? It's
Yeah.
currently after like 10 a.m. simulated Earth time, so
Probably some barbecued, whatever that mutant meat sack stuff was.
okay.
Yum.
So if you guys get a good like a little 6 hours in, 6 hours rest, yeah, that would bring us up. It'd be after 4 p.m. and then 16 hours to get back to dry dock. Brings us up to what? 8 o'clock in the morning again, the next day. So you will have been gone for a long time, day and a half. But
Wow.
by the time you get back to the ship, and Lieutenant Colonel LaRoux will not be with you since he stayed behind with Imogen and the Hunglungs. They'll have fun with you. And yeah, okay, cool. I think I'll stop it there for now because we're getting closer to the 2-hour mark, and that's a good point. You made some progress here. Experience. Everybody can have six XP. Everybody gets 6 XP. Make it
Ian,
seven XP. 7 XP for everyone. Sorry. Yeah,
I
go ahead.
forgot to level up. I forgot to level up my character last time.
Oh shoot. Okay. Do you want to just level them up next time, or do you want to do it right now?
Oh, let's do it next time. No problem.
Okay.
And I know I know I'm taking a master skill in artificial intelligence. Then I'll do my scores. It'll be very quick.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'm gonna stop the recording there.